Over the past few weeks, state leaders and lawmakers have been butting heads over whether the state of Maine violates Title IX rules with its policy regarding transgender athletes participating in girls' sports. Last night, we told you that the Office of Civil Rights at the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services has ruled the state has violated those rules. While Governor Janet Mills nor the Attorney General's office would agree to speak with us on the ruling, others in the state are coming to terms with what precedents it could set.
So I wasn't expecting this, but here we are.
After a heated few weeks of discussion statewide, a federal agency says Maine violated Title IX rules by allowing transgender girls to compete on girls' sports teams. It's a ruling many are still absorbing.
Trans kids and athletes have been playing sports here in Maine for decades, and it was absolutely fine.
Gia Drew is the executive director of Equality Maine, an advocacy group fighting for LGBTQ+ rights, and argues the ruling has the potential to open up a harmful can of worms.
What does it really mean to look like a girl? And will girls who are, non-trans girls who are muscular get called out for being too muscular, too tall?
In the ruling, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services says the Maine Department of Education is denying female student athletes an equal opportunity to participate, a perspective Drew does not agree with.
Having been a coach myself and having coached some really talented runners who were recruited, you know, it really is about time and distance and other factors.
But others see this ruling as a step towards defending the rights of biological girls' freedoms. Maine Republican Representative Katrina Smith taking to social media saying, quote, the Mills administration's policy of allowing biological boys in girls' sports has physically and mentally mistreated our young ladies.
But in the past weeks, we've seen hundreds of girls from all corners of the state speak out on the unfairness of this issue.
House Republican leader Billy Bob Folkingham noting the strong turnout of young girls speaking to the weight of the issue, especially with federal funding on the line.
So we're at risk of losing over $250 million in federal funding towards our schools. We can't afford to do that.
While it's still unclear what the ruling may mean for the state, regardless of the outcome, Drew hopes Mainers can be mindful of the stress many of these students are under.
I think young people hear, respected adults, the President of the United States, say just horrible things about transgender people. That can be really hard to understand as a young person.